this. Libs of TikTok cringe compilation. Libs of TikTok, a good friend of mine. I'm a fan. Oh, first off, we're going to watch this one because this features a woman's butt in the cover. So I think maybe by SJW Triggered is the channel. Shop best anti-SJW shirts of all time. So let's definitely check this out. Shop, click here to buy the best. Now, what I love about this channel is that this definitely isn't just an Indonesian man who doesn't know what he's doing and is just using SEO to try to make money. So let's see how much I'd have to pay for Triggered prints. The greatest SJW. Look at that. Oh my God. For only $20 for this shirt. Oh my God. So I could, for only 4 payments of $5 with Afterpay, which I like, is there are people who are like, I really need to get this shirt and own the SJWs. I don't currently have $20 to my name. Not judging you. All right. So that's a good shirt. Cool. Give me the woke TikToks. Give me the energy to fight the white colonizers. There's a link in the description box. Don't buy their stuff.
The dark side.
Look at that dumb bitch.
I'm going to have to put on my fucking double seeing glasses because I can't even begin to see the amount of bullshit.
This video doesn't allow stitches or duets, so I just screenshotted it so you guys can see what it is before it hopefully gets taken down. This video made me so unbelievably angry. Imagine being a doctor and being so insensitive to the effects of weight stigma, and imagine not knowing that weight stigma and weight-based bullying is a thing that not only affects people's mental health, but affects people's physical health as well. And as a doctor, you should care about both of those things.
Absolutely. And if someone comes in, every doctor's office should just have a McDonald's breakfast buffet. I know I mentioned in a previous stream that when I was growing up, McDonald's had a breakfast buffet, which I'm not 100% convinced isn't a fat hallucination I had when I was like 11 years old. That might have been just an incredibly fat form of schizophrenia that I had at some point. But we need to open another one of those in every doctor's office. Stop telling me I can't smoke a pack a day and have unprotected sex under the bridge.
Imagine being this openly fat phobic and not understanding why some fat people don't feel comfortable going to the doctor when they have a condition. Like, you are the problem. You are the reason why. So many people don't get the treatment and care that they need because they are put down and bullied for their weight by their healthcare providers. This is not a joke. We don't make fun of people's bodies. We don't make fun of people's weights. And we especially don't make fun of a movement that actually allows them to accept themselves. I don't care if you're a doctor. This has got to stop.
I talk a lot on this page about...
So what? This is not providing us with any context. I don't know. Was it a doctor just like watching Brendan Fraser in The Whale and going, I'm going to kill him? Because that would have been inappropriate.
Fat oppression. And while the fact that I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived...
So first off, you're not fat, okay? You see a real fat, I guess we don't see below her head. She's kind of doing the Tinder profile picture thing where you just take a picture of like, but usually they'll include the titties because they got like big ass titties. And they're like, but maybe don't look at the fact that I currently have a plate of chicken nuggets resting on my stomach.
experience, and that should be enough. Let's bring some research into the mix.
I don't know if she's really fat.
We've got this little beauty. First, please just pause this page and read the whole thing.
This is boring. Let's take a look at the comments on here.
People are less likely to get the job.
Doctor tells the truth. If a doctor told you to quit smoking, you wouldn't call him a tobacco phobe. First off, I would, and I have.
Same work.
Doctor said stop smoking a pack a day, and I said you're being phobic of tobacco, which was a crop mostly picked by slaves. So really, you're being racist. Deal with that.
Receive a far lower quality of medical care across the board.
Imagine being a doctor that can't give a diagnosis without him being some sort of phobic. First off, why? And that's why they can't do the remake of Diagnosis Murder. They're trying to get off the air.
You will be respected. This one can be summarized as just treating fat people like shit. Obviously. And if you still think fat oppression is bullshit, hop on over to Harvard's implicit attitudes test and take their one on fatness.
Okay, so let's talk about confusing capitalism with feminism.
Okay, so we've really kind of made a jump here where between disabilities, we had obesity to being Australian. So a bit of a leap there.
This is particularly prevalent in white feminism. So we have to remember that a woman being in a position of power isn't inherently feminist.
That's a good point. If a woman is in a position of power, it's not inherently feminist. It is inherently arousing. That's the important thing. I just Google, like, let me check this out right here. Top female CEOs. That's what I check right here. I'm like, oh, fuck. Marie Barra. She's an American businesswoman. She's been the chair and chief executive officer of General Motors since 2014. Lisa Su. Oh, here we're dealing with... Now, first off, what is trans women CEOs? Women CEOs, okay, so there's literally not any of them. Okay, no, a transgender CEO and coming out at age 49. The biggest transphobia was my own. Ooh, okay, all right. So first off, this bitch is Swedish. That doesn't count. You don't, if you're Swedish, I was worried about transphobia in Sweden. I was afraid they would give me too many tax breaks. Okay? Shut up. I'd hit it though.
Especially if that power is being used to oppress or harm marginalized groups of people. Trying to make your way to the top of a capitalist
He says, I want to hear what Toby Keith has to say about this. Me too.
Men to benefit.
Why don't we interview Toby Keith about every issue?
Oppress marginalized groups and the working class is not synonymous with a movement that's supposed to be about equality. We have to remember that the patriarchy and capitalism are intrinsically linked.
I just farted.
We're all trying to cultivate a work-life balance, and productivity culture and capitalism care about that for anybody, but especially for women and non-binary folk. So if I
agree, and that's what I was saying when my debit card did get rejected at Chick-fil-A. I did say, this is capitalism. This is white male capitalism. Then I snapped in their faces, and then a security guard tased me, and I shit my pants.
Feminist goal is to be a #girlboss. I think it's important to reflect on why, in the pursuit of gender equality, your main motivation is personal monetized gain.
I just think that people should wonder.
So already, this is powerful energy right here. So first off, we have the nose piercing, which is a sign of how you're not going to take it from the Nazis. Every piercing you get on your nose is one Nazi who cannot get an erection that day.
Why they're so committed to reclaiming a movement that was so steeped in white supremacy, in white women's privilege, and white feminism in general, when there are POC-fronted bands and POC artists who actually uphold intersectional feminism.
I don't think that's true, though. There's not one single band to ever have a black person in it.
And that's because people aren't actually interested in questioning how white feminism harms women of color, how it's dangerous to queer and trans people.
And I think this is really important for the woke community that we've introduced queer as a category now. Previously, if you wanted to like be gay and get those points, you had to actually have sex with other men or women, but going down on another woman, that's not like being gay. This is called going to Oberlin. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to be gay, you'd have to have sex with women. Now you can just like have weird hair. And they're like, what are you? I'm queer. I'm queer. What does that mean? I went on Amazon and bought a Tegan and Sarah record. So I'm queer now, and I get to be in your comedy festival.
People just want a justification to listen to music that was made by some shitty people, which they could just do quietly.
Stop talking about the Bee Gees like that.
So if you're actually interested in making your feminism intersectional, or
which I am,
politically motivated music that isn't deeply problematic, I suggest you look up some of these people. Look up the history of punk.
I'm not going to do it.
Great question. I am not pro-choice because choice implies that there is another option, and for many, there isn't one.
That's true.
To simplify it as a matter of choice turns it into this perverse game of would you rather, in which your choice unfairly and irrelevantly dictates your morality. So would you rather abort or die? Would you rather...
And I think that was really weird campaign for Puff Daddy on MTV, abort or die. So you want to get the reference I'm making right now? If you don't, that's your problem, not mine. You're being ableist.
Abort or live in poverty? Would you rather abort or suffer physically and or mentally for the rest of your life? Conversely, it's also not a choice when it's not even an option. It's not even on the table. Are you able to access a provider?
This isn't like very funny.
Do you even have money for
I thought it would be like an SJW triggered. It would be like, isn't the whole point to see them crying or something?
Care service, even
plus like literally just like, you know, women, 22-year-old women on TikTok.
Also don't assign
they cry at anything.
Of those choices.
You just sneeze in their general direction and they go,
receive chemotherapy.
Can't even provide that.
Would you rather go broke paying for your insulin?
This is just people making points. to a camera.
Also, always
why this is not
issue of stratified reproduction. To think
also, I like that the background just dropped as the American flag.
It's just been hidden by this pervasive narrative.
This channel rules. 305,000 subscribers.
Instead of women versus
coronavirus vaccine troll T-shirt. Let's check this out.
Who, by legislating reproductive rights, have
so what is this? Is going to troll the
which women are.
It's cool. Got both my shots.
The government is able to dictate.
Definitely is a troll.
Pertains.
This is not just a T-shirt you see.
So no, as Sophie's choice.
Every person wearing at a Jimmy Buffett concert, right there.
Abortion is healthcare. Abortion is a necessary medical procedure.
Now here's the one thing though. Did you make us read this much? We got to read this much stuff. TikTok is supposed to be 20 seconds. Okay, I'm on TikTok now. You come out and you go, what if a fart had a boner? And then a Chinese teenager likes it.
There's women of all colors, full autonomy over their own health. And
E says, no way, dude. Dudes who eat the puss are gay. That's true. Imagine how gay it is to be sexual with a woman. That's the gayest shit.
Over their own.
The straightest thing to possibly do is to eat another man's ass. No women at all. Okay, so do they get a Korean person to read this? What's going on?
And if you disagree, you can unfollow.
So first off, they're saying would have been doing the same thing to they, them pronouns back in the day. So first off, anyone who shits on neo-pronouns is shitting on they, them pronouns now. There's no one who got that far and is like, I completely accept they, thems. But if it's a Zer, that's where I draw the line. All right, so this is kind of like got a lot of peers. This isn't even like a political movement. This is just a woman dancing.
Appreciated, you see, you can reciprocate. I got delicious taste. You need a woman's touch in your place. Just protect her and keep her safe. Baby, worship my hips and waist. So feminine with grace, I touch her.
Okay, so this appears to just be a woman dancing. This isn't even like SJW. This is just a woman with stupid earrings doing a dance. How do you know? Maybe this woman voted for Rick Santorum. How do you know?
So when you hear me say, boy, let me be a woman. Let me be a woman.
Oh, this is the image. Okay, so I put that in there.
And even if you didn't, I don't care. Be sure to hit the like button so that the rest of the YouTubes knows that our content is the best content out there.
So they just stole Michael Knowles at the end.
Shut up and sit down.